Oh, it's been said a bard's life can often be a hard life, or hill and jail to rove and always move from town to town. And some folk have inquired if ever we grow tired of ranging all around the world and never settling down.
But one should be a little wary of remaining stationary, 'cause comfortable is lovely, but it's not the way we grow. When life starts to unravel, pick up your pack and travel. You'll find a strange serenity in places you don't know. Wriggle-dee-dum-dee-too-da-terry-o-dee. There's so much to see beyond the open door. It's outward bound we go. Who knows what we'll find that we've never found before. Adventures waiting further down the road. It's waiting for you further down the road. You've got no map for showing which direction you are going.
But why start on a journey if you know where it will end?
And once you recognize,
to anticipate surprise, you'll relish every twist and turn that lies around the bend. Wriggle-dee-dum-dee-too-da-terry-o-dee-da-dee-da-dee. There's so much to see beyond the open door. It's outward bound we go. Who knows what we'll find that we've never found before. Adventures waiting further down the road. It's waiting for you further down the road. Lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. Lie, 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 lie. Lie, da, da, lie, lie, da, da, lie, da, lie. La, da, 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 da. La, da, 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 da. The world has got its demons. There are many reasons why you'd find it harder to be brave than be afraid. But every life could use some danger. Every friend was once a stranger. Ships are safe in harbor, but that's not why ships are made.
Wriggle-dee-dum-dee-too-da-terry-o-dee, dee, a fwit-dee-dee-dee-dee. There's so much to see beyond the open door. It's outward bound we go. Who knows what we'll find that we've never found before. Adventures waiting further down the road. It's waiting for you further down the road. Lie, da, 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 da. Lie, da, 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 da. Lie, da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Adventures waiting further down the road. Let's go! Lie, da, 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 da. Lie, da, 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 da. Lie, da, 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 da. La, da, 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 da. La, da, 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 da. Lie, da, 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 da.
Greetings, everyone. Hello, I'm Paulo Garbanzo, your storyteller for tonight's adventure. We are playing Decide Your Endangerment, or DYE, or DIE for short. We explore a character that we're making for one of our games, and we give him a little backstory with your help. So you get to build him, make him up, build him around, and do our thing. And not only do we have a returning NPC coming back to do another adventure, but we also have another person as well, Kitty Chaos. Hi, Kitty.
Hi, everybody.
Yay! It's so good to see you. So good to see you, Kitty.
You too.
Hilariously, tonight's episode is about a cat named Bootsy Sprawlins. And so I said, why not have Kitty Chaos come on over and have a good time with us? Because who is more kitty than Kitty?
Meow.
Meow.
I got kitty ears.
She's
Yeah.
got the whole nine. I do want to say hello to everyone who's here joining us in the chat room. Jennifer, KT Cat Gaming, Kara, Evelyn, everybody, Rhubarb. Yeah.
Hey, everybody.
Great to see you. Great to see you. And thanks for coming out. Let's see. Kitty, wait, hang on. Kitty, bureaucracy makes me sick. Chaos.
Oh, I guess I could change that. I had a hard day.
I mean, welcome to America, I guess. I don't know.
No, I'm looking to find one of the other realities. I've decided this is not base reality and I want out. Please, thank you.
I blame CERN.
Yeah.
Super Collider.
I mean, maybe. It could have, like, CERN could just be a side product of the fact that whoever created this reality is like, it's like their middle school project and it's just going horribly.
Or it's going really well. I mean,
oh, that kid is sick. Yeah. I want new devs. I want new devs, or I want to play a different game.
Yeah, it's weird. Well, I want to welcome everyone who hasn't commented, and if you're just hanging out, do say hi. This is we're gonna do a few more of these Decide Your Endangerments, and then we're off to England to do the Dungeons and Dragons tour in a castle. And then what happens? And then it's Gen Con, and I'm hoping this person is gonna make it. So it's gonna be a blast. We're gonna have a lot of fun. There's so many people. I don't know if you've been here for a while, you know that we play with Penny Dragon Games, some really amazing makers of some like 5th edition supplement stuff that just really great stuff. And we've been promoting their materials for years now. And finally, like, they didn't go to Gen Con last year, and I was like, why did you guys didn't go to Gen Con? So they're going to be at Gen Con this year as well. So I will finally actually meet them in person this year. You know, it's like mind blowing. Like, who could have thunk it? But I'll finally get to meet all those people. So yeah. Well, let's see. Shall we start our adventure?
Yeah, I'm trying to log in to Twitch so that I can be on the comments. But
yeah, because we're gonna do some polls. So
yeah,
that's what happens. So what we have, my friends, we have. Let me see if I can pop up this little thing. Bootsy Sprawlins. Now, 1 year ago, and a couple of weeks, we had our first adventure with Bootsy Sprawlins. And actually, wait, you know what? I'm gonna pop up a different logo because Kitty. Hang on, wait.
Sally wants to know if I'm going to make it to NOLA. That's a good question. There have been so many changes this year.
Yeah, right?
I
hope you will. It's
it's the plan. We'll figure it out.
All right, Kitty, you're going to dodge your head to the... Wait, to that way. Yeah, there it is.
Is that Bootsy?
That's Bootsy Sprawlins. And now this is a cat that knows where it's at, and also is the newest member of the mystical order of Feline Familliars. Lives high upon a hill in the center of Magecroft, known as Wizarding Heights. Bootsy became the familiar of Marvo the Magnificent, a magician that had just joined the Green Dragon School for Wizards up in Magecroft in the Wizarding Heights, which was also a NPC that we did last year as well. But Bootsy proved herself in her last adventure by figuring out that there was magical axolotls trying to take over the city and stop them before they could do much damage. And some of you are hearing this for the first time. It was epic. So this upped her standing in the MOFFia, that's MOFFia, the mystical order of Feline Familiars, and did wonders for her self-esteem, by the way. After Bootsy checks in with her wizard Marvo on this fine day, she's going to have a little adventure. Now, again, Bootsy is a cat and is a familiar, and the Feline Familiar. There you go. I didn't want to.
Just when I got into position, you take the graphic away.
Oh, I didn't want you to have to sit weird the whole time, but anyway. So
I always sit weird.
let's see. Yeah. So okay, wait, hang on. I'm checking out these other than Thunk. That's right. Let's see. It'll be in New Orleans. Do I need to log into my laptop for the polls, or are you good? Also, okay. Yes. Oh, yay. All right. I'm glad your vacation is approved for the NOLA adventure. That's going to be awesome. Also, I think you need to be on a PC to get your to get into the polls. But if you can't, put a little message on there that says, "I didn't vote. Here's my vote," and we'll count it. Because I mean,
Why would Twitch do that? Doesn't it know how many people operate
use their
off
phones.
their
Yeah, I don't know.
phones? Like
I don't
some
know.
people
We'll find
don't
out.
even have computers
Wait,
anymore.
I'm going to make a poll right now, and we'll find out if you have to.
I rarely even acknowledge that I have a computer because I do it all from my pocket computer.
Yes. No. There we go. Do not allow additional votes. Duration will be 1 minute. Here we go. This is the new poll, everyone. It's up and running right now.
Is the poll to find out if you can do it from your phone or not?
But the poll is, did you vote in this poll?
I voted.
I half said no.
Why didn't I? I should have said no. That would have been way funnier.
Yes, someone had to vote no. So thank you to whoever voted no. It's
very clever.
7 points for Gryffindor, I guess. I don't know. Are we doing that anymore?
Does good job, Evelyn. Does the polling show who voted for what, or is it just anonymous?
It's mostly anonymous, but I think actually we can find out later on. But yeah.
KT Cat Gaming says it's anonymous. KT Cat Gaming sounds like they know what they're talking about.
They probably do.
Yeah.
Probably more than I only just figured out how to make polls last week, so right on. Yes. All right. So there's going to be some polls. Here's a fun thing. You don't need a poll for this one. You can just type it in. So I started doing this thing long ago because I started to really involve more role play into my D&D characters, and I forced everyone, even when we were teenagers. I was like, we're going to role play, goddammit. We're not just going to roll dice. So I wanted everyone, I was like, I'm going to give you XP for role playing. And all you had to do was follow what your character would do, and not in an edgelord way. So basically everyone had to have a fear. They had to have a love. They had to have something they hate and something that they want, or, they like. So it's like the love is like, I love this thing. Absolutely. We'll always go for it. Something that they like is something that they're going to try to go, or they'd be persuaded to go and do it easier if someone showed up with that thing, or they'd be like, oh, I really like those. They like love red gems. Like, I just love red gems. I just can't get enough. And they would literally, it's like, if you role played and said, I'll take the red gem, even though it's only worth 50 gold pieces, and you can have the blue one, but it's worth 200. I'll give you more XP for taking the lesser valued gem, because your character, that's what your character would do. Anyway, and it's been a lot of fun, and really helps for NPCs when they're like,
it was because of the love, hate, fear thing that Eddie and Zazizel even became like a thing. Was because
which was beautiful. Tell that story, because it's awesome.
Okay, so oh god, I don't know if I can tell it like long story short. So long story long. Back before we were filming and televising our games, we had so many people at the Louisiana Fair that wanted to play that Paulo decided to have 2 teams. One was all evil characters and one was all good characters. And he had 2 sessions every week, and we would all do things that would end up affecting what the others were doing, ultimately culminating in this huge battle at the end. And in that battle, Eddie was the pirate king that was
He's a pirate captain.
the pirate captain. Sorry, pirate captain of
In
the
your
ship.
head, in your heart, he's the king, though.
He was the captain of the ship that was mostly a ship full of most of the crew were goblins because he was his want fear like thing. He loves goblins, so most of his
He
crew
just
was
loves
goblins.
goblins.
Yeah, and I was playing a evil rogue goblin named Azazel, and I had made my way onto that boat because this battle was happening on like 2 or 3
Oh, there was
boats
like a
in the
bunch of different
river.
boats happening, and you like managed to like sneak on to his main ship where he was.
Yeah, and so like I was just like hanging off the side, like kind of picking people off, and like he's like Paulo DM was like, okay, who are you aiming at? And I was like, that guy. He looks important. So I was aiming at Eddie, not knowing Eddie at the time, and all of my shots or
No,
attacks.
you tried to backstab him hand-to-hand combat, and then suddenly it was on.
Yeah,
And
but the way the roles were playing out, all of his attacks were missing me, and all of my attacks were missing him, and so these two like powerful creatures just were locked in battle, but we could not harm each other. And then Paolo was like, "Wait a second," and he pulls up his character sheet because even though he was being played by Ricky, it was a character that Paulo had written years ago to pull out as an NPC for whatever he needed for. And he looked at it and he was like, he loves goblins. And long story short, it turned into Zazizel and Eddie dating for years, and was kind of one of the, having consequences. Having this person that she cared about is one of the things that pushed Zazizel toward good, and she started to become more good and less evil to the point that she actually started taking levels in Paladin.
But yeah, I love that because it was such an epic fight where and they're both high level characters, so it's not like they just rolled really badly, but they're still getting like 14s, but it's like that's not enough to hit two people with super high dexterities running around the back end of the ship there. And it's just like every pirate swashbuckling sword fight ever, where nobody actually ever hits anyone, but 8 rounds of combat go by, and then suddenly they're locking swords and they're like, hey.
Oh, well, all right then.
And I was like, oh my god, this is perfect. It was so good.
Yeah,
and then
so
then you jumped off the ship,
years.
right? And then you got away. And then he eventually found you later or something like that. Like I can't remember exactly what happened, but
yeah, one of us sent a note to the other one like, "Do you like me? Check yes or no."
Hey, remember that goblin girl you were fighting on your ship who just snuck up and tried to stab you in the face, in the back, and then the face?
Yeah, I don't remember which one of us did the.
I think you might have found him because he was back in port. Yeah, something.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, so yeah, so I mean, and that was like one of the best examples of literally I'm so glad it happened.
I do that with my characters, even if I'm not playing with you, because I like it. It just, I mean, like 5e tried to give that to people with the whole background and pact and bond or whatever all of those things are. But I like love, hate, fear a lot, and so
there's
I'll do that with
role playing prompts, so that you can be like, oh, I mean, to this day, I still play this one character that is my human fighter, but he will not fight dragons because he's just like, no, no. My mom told me that I was not allowed to fight dragons, and so I still don't fight dragons.
And was this before or after that one episode of The Witcher?
well before. This is decades. Maybe they must have stole it from me. Probably. Nuts. I knew it.
I see it happening all the time. They're always so jealous of you, Paulo. They're ripping off all your ideas.
It's like I'm like the Weird Al Yankovic movie. That
No spoilers. I haven't seen it yet. I'm really excited to see it, but I just haven't seen it yet.
it lives up to its title. Weird.
I believe it.
It's weird. All right. So this is where you, my friends, come in. You get to decide what Bootsy Sprawlins, Ermagerd, Madamanta.
Hi, Anta.
What does Bootsy Sprawlins love? What does Bootsy Sprawlins hate? What does Bootsy Sprawlins fear? And what does Bootsy Sprawlins like? Preferences. And it's up to you. Let's get some good ones. So to give her a little more backstory, Bootsy Sprawlins is a cat. She's a familiar. She is, of course, now a low-ranking member of the MOFFia or the MOFFia, depending on who you're talking to. And so they like normal cat things.
Mab, I love you.
And so yeah.
We used to bribe the MOFFia with fish and stuff, didn't we?
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
The good fish, not the bad stuff.
Yeah. Hi, Tommy.
So yeah.
Mab suggests that Bootsy Sprawlins loves water. Very contradictory for most cats.
I like it. Loves water.
What are ambulatory shrooms?
Tommy. Yeah.
What are ambulatory shrooms? That must be something from the previous year season where I have not been around.
That walk around. Yeah. Mushrooms that walk, which are real. And maybe like, yeah. I like either actual ambulatory shrooms or imagining that they're there.
Or maybe just like anthropomorphic things in general, like just hates it. Like if a coat rack gets up and walks around.
Ooh, I like that. Like, not again. Come on.
Just anything that like, takes on, anthropomorphic. That's the word, right?
Okay, but Bootsy Sprawlins, where do you stand on mimics? Because mimics are living creatures. They only look like they're
I think shapeshifters and like chimerian type things maybe don't count.
Okay. But actual no, you're supposed to be a coat rack.
Yeah, like
mimics are mimics.
She would not be down with banana assassin and stuff like that. Like, oh god. Ugh.
Right. Zombie oranges. Oh yeah. Last week we have the zombie blood oranges.
I remember those.
Oh yeah. They came back. They're growing in somebody's garden. Someone.
Is it in the creepy garden district?
No.
Oh.
Yes, they're spreading. Someone planted them in somebody else's garden. Mystery abounds. Scared of mice. It's possible. All right, but I do like that they love water.
Loves water.
They love getting in water or just love being near water? But actually,
I would think swimming and stuff too.
Loves water. All right.
Yeah, like likes to drink it, likes to swim in it, likes to play in sprinklers.
And they did just have just a year ago when we did that Bootsy Sprawlins episode 1. Bootsy did defeat the adorable axolotls that attempted to mind control all of the Wizards of Magecroft into taking them all on as familiars and then taking them over, which is purely the area of the MOFFia. So, you can't be having that.
So does Bootsy have like a battalion of axolotls?
No. I mean, there was a fight. There was a battle. Yeah,
I missed something. I thought you said.
No, the axolotls were trying to take over and be familiars, and then like get rid of the MOFFia. So yeah, they were like, no, we're the only ones who should be Familliars, and then we'll take over everyone's minds, and then we'll take over the city, and then it's gonna be great. Bootsy stopped. Well done, Bootsy.
Good job, Bootsy.
Good job.
So Bootsy's a low-level cat in the MOFFia, but must have some kind of respect, huh?
Well, she does now. She was like the bottom of the cat pole.
So she's like a made cat now.
She's totally a made cat. Yes. Yes. Allergic to horses. I like it. Let's see.
So would allergic be a fear or a hate? Because I could see that going either way. Because I'm not afraid of pollen, but I hate it. But also, like, if I know it was gonna mess me up, I might be afraid of it. That's a hard one.
I actually really love the idea that this cat is allergic to catnip, like they're allergic to marijuana, like oh no man, I can't touch this stuff. I can't touch this stuff. I'd love to, but like the last couple times I did it, it got weird, and I sneezed everywhere, and oh yeah, no, I can't do it. So yeah, all right, loving that. Let's see, loves water, allergic. He loves the creamy filling and tasty desserts. Like
honestly, yeah, allergic to catnip can still be a trait for Bootsy, and we could still use something else for love and fear.
Use something else, yeah. Here you go, kitty.
Fear and hate, yeah.
No. Let's see.
Where are my cats? Like they should like definitely be doing that thing where they jump on screen while we're talking about cats.
Right?
I don't know. I'm in the desert. It's summer, so like they sleep their furry little butts off all day long, and then at night become monsters.
Oh my god, I imagine. Yeah, all four of our cats are like out and about somewhere. Just
is it like night for you there?
It is just about to be dark. There's the last bit of sunlight, the last few minutes of dusk happening right now. So
I've still got hours.
Yes. Let's see. All right, so I'm just looking at some ideas here. When she speaks her R's roll, oh, like purring, like I was just purring. Sneezes her brains out. All right, so let's see. Still need a good. All right, we're just gonna go with the. I love allergic. Scared of mice. Why? Well, why? Fears mice. Fears intelligent mice. Like, if the mice get smart, they're like, oh, hell no. Talking mice, right out. Rats of Nim, GTFO.
I'm trying to think. There's got to be some kind of like funny, like why? What's the reason? Are we going with anthropomorphic thing for hate?
Oh yeah, yes, absolutely. Hates things that move that shouldn't.
But I think like ambulatory, you know.
Right.
All cats hate things that move. They want to go.
Ambulatory inanimate objects. That pretty much covers the bases, right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, let us begin. Let's see. So each morning, another fine morning for a cat familiar in the upper hills of Wizarding Heights in the city of Magecroft. Bootsy Sprawlins wakes up, licks themselves clean, gets up, checks in with the wizard Marvo, Marvo the Magnificent, or so he calls himself, just to check in, make sure everything's good. Marvo's just his usual self, student of the Green Dragon School of Wizardry, which is kind of one of the like, we're hardcore. It's almost the Cobra Kai of wizard schools. So yes. So after checking in, they make their way through a few secret tunnels of the Green Dragon Wizard School and out into the streets to make a rounds. First thing to do is drop by Tabby Smash'ems and see what's happening over there. Now, Bootsy is best friends with a non-magical cat named Tabby Smash'em. If Tabby was a human, she would cosplay a cat, cosplaying a riot girl. So, just to give you an idea of Tabby Smash'em. Tabby lives in a rough neighborhood called the Rambles, which of course that neighborhood leads down to the docks. And of course, the docks lead to fish. So Bootsy goes on down the hill and gets over to Tabby's little place down an alley in the Rambles. They meet up. They say hi. They greet each other the way cats do, which I won't go into.
No, they just rub their faces on each other, right?
Oh, yeah. Sometimes they sniff their butts, but, just... they head down. They're like, let's go do some rounds. And they're like, that's fantastic. So they head down an alley, and as they're hopping along, they run into a few alley cats. Big, muscly cats. Buster, Mongo, and Squeezy. Which his real name is actually Mr. Peanut, but you know how cat names go, where you like, his name is Mr. Peanut, then it's Peanut, then it's Easy Peasy, then it's Peasy Peasy, then it's Lemon Squeezy, then it's Easy Peasy Lemon Squeezy, then it's Peasy Squeezy, and now it's just Squeezy. So clearly, that's as cats go. And Buster's like, hey, where do you two cats think you're going? And like, we don't have time for this, Buster. Like, stop getting in our way. And they square off. They're like, you're gonna have to fight your way out of this. So there's a few ways we can do this. Now here's what we do in our little game here, just so that you know. And this is just a basic start. I have all the stats of our Bootsy Sprawlins, and anytime that we can use different ways to get out of these certain fights. Now, you could try to use your strength against Buster, although you get a bonus of an assistance with Tabby. You could try to use your intelligence against Buster, or you can try to use charisma and talk your way out. Of course, using your intelligence also would involve using some magic spells, etc., etc. So we determine what we're going to use by taking a little poll here, and then if Bootsy succeeds, they get a permanent +1 on their next rolls in strength or intelligence or charisma, whatever they used. If they fail, they will get a -1 or take some injury or lose some equipment or something like that. And by the end of the show, we figure out what exactly Bootsy Sprawlins has stat-wise and what they might have in equipment. So let's throw up this poll here. How is Bootsy Sprawlins gonna get out of this?
Am I allowed to weigh in?
Oh yeah, you can absolutely vote.
All right. I have a feeling that Bootsy would know that Tabby, what's Tabby's name again?
Tabby Smash'ems.
Tabby Smash'ems. Bootsy would know that Tabby Smash'ems is going to want to fight. So does Bootsy, like, knowing that Tabby's going to want to throw paws, does Bootsy think, all right, let's go that route? Or does Bootsy support Tabby with intelligence and magic? Or does Bootsy try to say, hold on, let's talk our way out of this? Okay, I guess that wasn't really input. That was just more to think about.
Yeah, no, I like it. No, that's exactly what we're doing. The poll is up. How is Bootsy going to get out of this? And yes, absolutely good thinking. Buster is a big cat, and his buddies. There's 3. It's 3 against 2. But Tabby Smash'ems is a brawler as well. So the assistance might help.
if Tabby's such good friends with Bootsy, then Bootsy maybe knows that Tabby's smart enough
Mhm.
to not necessarily fight if they think they could talk their way through it.
Right. They might be able to talk their way out. Buster is not smart. Yes. Oh, there's a lot of charisma checks that they wanted. They're going to try to not cause a fight here. Let's see what happens. Oh, I like that a couple people voted for strength, though. That's good. That's good. Because Tabby is like, get out of my way.
Tabby's
I will.
ready to go.
Bootsy's like, no. Wait. No. Like, smash. Yes.
Now, Sally, when you say Bootsy sprays them in the face, we were talking about how much Bootsy likes water. Maybe Bootsy has a squirt gun, but I kind of think that's not what Sally was implying. Do female cats even spray? I thought it was just male cats.
I'm gonna.
Sally.
No one knows. The world may never know. Who knows? All right, we are down to our last couple of seconds here. Oh, it's gonna be a charisma battle. All right. So, Kitty Chaos, why don't you roll for me? For Bootsy. I will roll against you as Bootsy with Tabby Smash'em's trying to claw Buster's face. She's gonna try to talk her way out and smooth things over with Buster here.
I'm gonna roll with my newest set of dice. I'm trying to remember where I got these, but I think, I think when I bought my dice tower. Oh, I should be using that. Okay. Anyway, when I bought my dice tower from Little Empires, Louis offered me a dice bag of my choosing, and so I got these pearly gold and white ones. All right, nice. I'm rolling. I rolled a 10.
Amazing that because I rolled a 9. Now, if it had been any other fight, things might have been different, especially if you went for strength. They would have lost that fight. But Bootsy says, whoa, everyone, we can talk about this. Whoa, hey, tell you what, Buster, we were all our way down to the fish market, and we could just pick you guys up some fish if you want. We'll make sure to bring a nice juicy salmon back up to you. No worries, right? We're all friends here. And Buster, not being the most intelligent cat in the world, he's like, yeah. Why don't you bring us? Because I made her do it. Yeah, that's
they're paying for our protection.
Yeah. And of course, Bootsy probably will never return with fish. But anyway, so just barely eking out between Buster. And Buster actually says, "Hey, by the way, don't go over to the number 2 dock because them fish, something's not fishy with them. They're weird. They ain't right." Like, okay. So they head down to the docks. Don't go to they flee the scene, and they're like, don't go to the number 2 dock. Like,
oh, well, there it is, the number 2.
Oh, like what could be wrong with that? So Bootsy's kind of curious because that's a weird thing to say. Something's not fishy with the fish. Bootsy thinks perhaps that maybe going to check this out might help. You would hate to find out that there were bad fish going around the cat community. Could be terrible. So they head on down. They go and they check out dock number 2. Something is fishy with these fish, or not fishy. And they watch as they're unloading bushels of fish into and then taking them over to a local warehouse, probably to be gutted and whatnot. And they're like, something does smell weird with these fish. And they decide to follow along. And being, of course, cats, there's plenty of cats down by the docks where the fish are. So not anything out of the ordinary. So they check them out. They watch as the fish get loaded up into a cart, headed on down to this other warehouse. It says Greg's Warehouse. Who's Greg? Oh, no one knows. And this warehouse seems to be full of kobolds. Nothing fishy about that. There's plenty of creatures of all sorts who live in Magecroft and just making their living. Let's see, Kitty Chaos. Why don't you give these cats a roll for perception? Perception.
And that's a 17.
Ooh, that is wonderful. Well, what ends up happening is the fish have something in them. Yes, they have their guts, but they also remove something else from the fish, almost as if something had been put in the mouths of each of these fish, something extra. And they take those extra things out and they put them in another basket that's full of ice. And
the kobolds are doing this?
Yes. And they take the fish to the fish. They still gut the fish. They remove all the innards and stuff, and then take the fish probably out to the market. But the guts go out to sea, and they package all of these other weird. They look like innards of some sort, but not of fish. They pack them in ice into these baskets that, of course, are just leaking water, but that's how you do it back then. And they're packing them up to deliver them somewhere else. The mystery continues. But right at this moment, Tabby is trying to steal one of the fish. She might blow your cover. Do ya?
I have a question. Is Tabby stealing one of the fish that had the thing taken out of their mouth, or one that hasn't had it taken out of their mouth yet?
One that's already had it taken out.
Okay.
Just a regular old fish.
She's just hungry.
She's just hungry. She can't help it. She's a cat. It's fish. Do you help her or do you stop her? That's our next poll.
Next poll.
Because Tabby looks like she's already walking over towards the fish. Oh, it's going to be... Here we go.
I have a guest star for while we wait for the poll results to come in.
Oh, yeah.
Jasper, say hello. Paulo, you're missing it.
Oh, look at that big
Good
cat.
boy.
Oh, my goodness.
Don't look like you hate it so much. People are watching.
We're just going to set this for 1 minute because we're going to get this adventure going. Which cat was that?
That was Jasper.
Jasper.
He came in meowing a few minutes ago, and I felt bad for not meowing back because I always meow back, but I was like, oh, I'm on screen, but you guys don't care if I meow randomly, so I don't know why I didn't just do it. He's the talkative one. He's just chatting all the time.
Yo. All right, see, do we get more fish or do we stop Tabby from blowing our cover? Oh, I guess we should have figured it out.
Let's see how the results are going.
Oh, it's 3-3 right now.
Oh,
4-3. More fish. All right.
yeah, because I mean, even though it's one where the thing was already taken out of its mouth, I bet Bootsy wants to investigate further.
Bootsy want fish. Ponyo likes ham. Bootsy want fish. All right, so your cat is 21 years old. Holy cow!
Whoa!
Highlander cat. Nice. All right. Well, guess what? Help more fish. Beat it out. Say, Kitty, if you were Bootsy, would you try to use your stealth? Dexterity cats have dexterity, or some magic?
I feel like stealth.
All right.
Because there's a lot of other cats around. It's a dark situation. Lots of things are happening. Magic might just draw more attention.
That's a good idea. All right. Why don't you give me a roll? You got a +2 on that stealth.
Oh, 6.
A 6. +2 is 8.
That's with the +2.
Oh, that's with the +2. Oh, well, we're gonna dock Bootsy 1 minus dexterity point there.
Crap.
So, -1 dex.
All right, I'm gonna
Aw.
use a different die now. You've disappointed me.
So now Bootsy will only have a +1 against dex rolls. I only rolled a 9, but that was enough. As one of the kobolds is like, "Hey, get out of here, you crazy cat!" And thankfully, since you didn't use magic, no further investigation was done by these kobolds, who just saw a couple of cats try to grab a big old fish.
Just regular cats here. Nothing weird's going on. Cats like fish.
We don't talk. What? I mean, yeah. Right. So, taking off out of the warehouse. However, they do follow the other cart that's got these baskets full of ice with weird. I don't know. They're not even sure what those are. They smell weird. They've never smelled these things before in their lives. The ingredients are brought to another warehouse and handed off to some sort of delivery service. And they sit there for a little while, but they in turn are packed up into a different wagon and handed off to another group, which unloads them, loads them into another different cart with a different, like, it's like there's a Wells Fargo wagon, and then there's like, a FedEx wagon, and then there's like a UPS wagon, and they basically use every delivery service in town, switching one to another. Eventually, in turn, they finally reach Ned's Potion Emporium, a shop in the Rambles, not well known to many outsiders, but known to potion connoisseurs all over, for Ned is a master potion maker. They deliver all the goods. By now, the ice is truly melting everywhere. And the cats watch as their delivery is stacked up next to the door. The big doors open. That's right. And they start bringing things in. There's a grizzled old man with a long flowy beard. And he's like, and he seems to be bustling around, grabs the boxes, brings them in. And it is just then that Tabby pokes Bootsy on the shoulder and says, "Bootsy, look over there." And there, on one of the shelves, right? There on one of the shelves. At first, Bootsy leaps back because she thinks it's a giant axolotl. But 'tis not an axolotl. 'Tis actually an iguana. The iguana's hiding on the shelf. And they think the iguana uses his iguana eye is looking around, perhaps spotting the two cats.
Question.
Yes.
Tommy brings up a good point. Where are we in the timeline of things? Is this after the remodel of Ned's?
Yes. Far after the remodel, yes.
All right, second question, follow-up. Ned had this iguana before, right? So the iguana was fine in the explosion. The iguana made it out fine. Okay.
The iguana did make it.
It wasn't. It was kind of explosion, kind of rhinoceros, triceratops destruction, or I can't
Right.
remember exactly what happened. Anyway, okay, sorry.
Yes.
The
The
iguana
iguana
did that
survived
now?
that mess. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Way back when. But Bootsy has never met this iguana. Bootsy does not know that this iguana is actually Ned's familiar. But it's like, well, I don't know. Should we chase this iguana down? Do we need to find out what this iguana knows? Or do we?
If Bootsy thinks that iguana might have something to say, I think Bootsy would talk to that iguana.
All right.
Do we take
Good
a
idea.
poll?
Oh yeah. Let's no, I think we're just going to go with that.
Okay.
Like Bootsy, they kind of like wait for someone to open the door of the potion shop, and they like slink in, and then while Ned is busy moving things around in the potion shop, and they catch up with the iguana. The iguana, not really a dexterous creature. It's like, well, hey, what, and then speaks in familiar language. Hey, what's going on, you two? What are you gonna do? Wait, are you from the MOFFia? I'm not scared of you guys. What do you got? Your enforcer here? You gonna beat me up? What's happening? And Boosy's like, no. Listen. No, we're just we're wondering what these ingredients, this whatever those weird things were. They were in fish. What's going on? Like, that was the weirdest thing we've ever seen. We followed them all across the freaking city to various and sundry places. The iguana, whose name, by the way, is Mookie. Mookie the iguana. It's like, this is the last shipment of potion ingredients from this anonymous person. So Ned got kind of hired to make some potions for this person. And they've wanted to remain anonymous. Ooh. But they gave Ned a bunch of money. They gave him all the ingredients, and he made one potion, and it was awesome. And now he wants him to make another one. And these are like both these potions that he's made are like brand new. There's totally like he's never made them before in his life. These are amazing. So he's never seen this style of potion making. It's like a whole new thing. So Ned is super excited about making these potions. Like the first one that he made, it turned out to be a rejuvenation potion that literally brought back 10 years of your life. Whoa. And the anonymous person said that they used it on a friend who had been magically aged and was near death. And so thanks for saving my friend and blah, blah, blah. And all the ingredients were brought to Ned, so he didn't have to pay for any of it. Just wanted his skills. But yeah. And he was even able to like keep a small dose of the potion for himself. Like,
Ned?
Might set you back a couple of years of your life, maybe.
Wait, so. Ned was?
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay, wait. So let me get this straight. The guy that gave Ned the potion ingredients and the formula is the reason why Ned has the fish and whatever came out of their mouths.
He just has whatever came out of their mouths. The fish got sent back to the market.
The fish. Oh, okay.
Yeah, these are just some weird.
And those went on ice as well. Okay.
Yes.
And so the reason that Ned has another shipment, this is the next shipment?
Yeah, this is a whole different potion. Yeah, whatever this is.
It's a different formula from the original, but is it still the age thing, or Ned doesn't know yet?
He doesn't know yet.
Oh.
These are good questions. These are good questions.
I wanted to know.
Yeah. Oh, I love that because, well, like, here's the thing. All of these things are like tangentially going to be important to the game when we play it. So these are to the game in July. So the more you know. Yeah. So yeah, he's like, yeah, he's just crazy about me. He's got to boil these guys up and according to whatever he's got. So yeah.
What are they though?
I don't even know. They're like some sort of weird innards of some creature I've never seen before in my life. Uh-huh.
So I wonder, do the fish eat this thing? Or did somebody plant them in the fish as a way of like smuggling them to the docks?
I mean, Mookie's like, what fish? I don't even know what you're like, because they didn't get the fish. The fish went over to somewhere else. Yes.
Well, should they tell Mookie what they know?
Oh, maybe.
Does Mookie even care?
I mean, Mookie, like any good familiar, would like information. So, you know. Yeah. Well, so Mookie's like, wait, so you saw, but did you see who brought in the fish? Or do you know where they came from? Like, and Boots is like, I mean,
at the docks.
they were just some ship down by the docks. But I mean, we'd recognize it if we went back there. And they're like, having this little familiar powwow. And and Bootsy's like, well, I mean, I could go back to the docks and see if I could find the boat. And Mookie's like, yeah, I mean, it's probably long gone by now, but maybe. And it has been all day. And I mean, you could hang out and see how this potion gets made.
And do familiars just not bother talking to people?
No, not usually.
Yeah. Yeah, I think they would probably like find a nice corner somewhere high up behind some stuff in the shop to observe.
Yeah, all right. Well, let us decide. Are we gonna, let's see, what you gonna do? Are you gonna hang out and watch the potion making? Or down to the docks? What's it gonna be? All right, hang out and make potion, or go on down to the docks and see what you can find out. Dun, 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 dun. Let's see. Meanwhile, we'll check up on the hello Fantasy Palette. Hey Quad Kevin. You need to stop scheduling classes Tuesday evening. Yeah, you do. Clearly.
So Lonnie got here.
Oh, Reverend Tommy, they might be the new Cuttlefish gang. The new Cuttlefish gang. Oh yeah. Steal Ned's copy of the potion. Steal Ned's copy of the potion. Oh, that would be rather bad. Although, I mean, the MOFFia might do that.
I feel like they would need orders from higher up to make a move that big.
Yeah, maybe. Oh, man. 50-50. All right. Well, Kitty, did you vote?
I did not vote. But I was voting for hang out and make a potion, so I guess that would have
50-50.
That would have swayed it though if I had voted.
That's right. All right. So, well, here's what we're gonna do. Since I will also vote for go down to the docks.
So
we'll tell this story very quickly because there's some funny moment here. So they're like, tell you what, we'll run down to the docks really quick and then see if we can find that boat. It might still be there. If not, we'll come back here as soon as we can, and because they got to boil up all those things, and it's going to take all night to make that potion. So we're going to do both. So they zoom on back down to the docks. Now, unfortunately, indeed, that boat is long gone. But they decide that they can swing on down to the Silver Ladle, which is the very large tavern right there by the docks. And there's probably some fish. Also, it is the largest pub in the pirate section of town. It looks like 3 barns and 5 boats were slammed together to make this tavern, and not all at the same time. There's got to be some information there, they say, and they sneak into the tavern. They just walk in. I mean, all sorts of things walk into this tavern. All sorts of things. And there's all sorts of creatures, all manner of pirates, all manner of seamen, all sorts of
You had to say it like that, huh?
Sea creatures, sea people,
Sailors.
Sailors.
Come on, if you ever say seamen instead of sailors, everybody knows why.
Yeah. All right. So in the corner, however, is one very loud person. 'Tis Captain Shark. That's right, Captain Shark, known for having a shark for a hand. Dun-dun, 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 dun. Yes, a shark for a hand. What was he called before he had a shark for his hand? No one knows. He was just called Captain Hand. But now he's called Captain Shark. And no one knows, was he born with it? Maybe it's Maybelline. No one knows. However, it is a shark. It is real on its hand. And he's telling a story. And so the cat's kind of like, well, maybe Captain Shark hears a lot of things, so maybe we'll find out. So they go over and hide underneath the table near Captain Shark. And he's talking about some recent run-in with Dragonborn over in Magmount. And how there was starts going on about some strange adventure with a kraken, and there's another, oh yeah, there suddenly was there. This guy was chasing us, and then there was the big kraken came out of nowhere, and he must have been summoned, and then we unsummoned him, and it was awesome. He threw a big ball of magic down his throat. It was super cool, and not to be outdone by this amazing story, however, one of the other fishermen pipes up, says, "Oh yeah, well we went fishing recently." And then right there out in the middle of the water, we were met by another boat, all crazy like. Weren't from this world, I tell you. They took our captain in and they spoke to him separately from the crew. But eventually, captain came back with a sack of gold and a basket full of strange animal parts. I don't know, shark kidneys or something. I have no idea what they were. And they told us to put these inside all the fish we caught and then deliver them to Greg's warehouse. They gave us a bunch of gold. Like, what in the world? Okay, fine. Weirdest day of fishing I ever had. However, it's at this moment that Bootsy realizes that the shark on the end of Captain Shark's hand is looking right at her. And the shark does have a mind of its own. It looks like it's ready to jump at her if only it was closer. Like trying to under the table, the shark hands, its mouth opening and closing, making subtle moves, ready to attack. Bootsy Sprawlins, what are you gonna do? Attacked? Defend? Run for it? What are you gonna do? Let's take a poll. Let's go to the phones.
So, since Captain Shark isn't the one who knows what's up, or should I ruminate? Should I give thoughts, or should I let the poll happen?
Give thoughts.
Give thoughts. Okay. So, since it's the other guy that is the one that has the fishtail that's relevant to the stuff that Bootsy cares about, you would think that Bootsy would back off away from the shark, hide, and then follow that guy to get more information from him. However, I mean, everybody wants to see two cats fight a man's shark hand.
They do indeed. So, so the poll is up. There's three decisions, or there's three possible choices. There's just straight up cat attack,
Ooh, I like. Oh yeah, I'm all right. I'm voting
There's
for
magic defense, or
because
run for
if
it.
it works out, then the cats can stay there and keep gathering information, and then the shark has whatever magical thing happen to it that stops it from drawing attention to them.
Still got to roll, but
Well,
oh man.
obviously. Like, oh, what if like they put like just a rubber band around it the way they do on lobster claws?
Lobster claws. Yeah, it's got really good down chomping, but the opening mouth not as strong.
Yeah.
Attack wins. Oh man. The live shark on the end of a hand is irresistible to these two cats.
It is. It's like it's very similar to dangling something.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
So Captain Shark usually keeps his shark hand down. He likes it. It's like if you walk in, he wants it to be a surprise if he has to attack you with it, But
Plus, if he leaves it on the table, it drinks all his grog.
that's right. And yeah. Oh man, the hangover from that is really rough. So his hand's down there by its chair, and Bootsy is hypnotized by the eyes that the shark gives, and just has to attack. Bootsy only has +1 for strength attack, as far as like going up against a cat-sized object. So, but with the help of Tabby, however, there is some advantage to be had. So, Tabby with the assist, two cats going at it on. Just jump in. Kitty Chaos. This is as Kitty Chaos as it could possibly get, I think. Give me a roll.
Okay.
And actually, you're rolling with advantage. So
That's good. Because I just rolled a 1.
oh no. Roll that advantage roll. You got Tabby giving you a hand.
Thanks, Tab. Oh boy. Okay, and that's a 6.
That's great because I rolled a 1. So Bootsy leaps into action, actually, like, with the help of Tabby, drawing the shark away from the other side, and then and then just gets on it and gives it that cat death roll attack with the kicking leg thing, and like and Captain Shark's like, what the Jesus, and Bootsy's hanging on for dear life, wham, and then and manages to fling Bootsy across the doing the little spinny thing, the spinny thing that Puss in Boots does, and amazingly gets out of there with, again, not using magic, so not giving any clues to Captain Shark that the MOFFia is involved here, and also actually winning that fight. So Bootsy now gets +1 on strength checks. So another +1 on strength checks. So +2. Wow. They GTFO. But wait, my darling wife is here.
That's
Hi,
me.
baby.
Hi.
What's going on?
Give her a smooch.
Just a smooch?
Hi, Anta.
Hi. It's one of my favorite kitty cats of all time.
Yeah.
Mwah.
Wah.
Meow.
We just got a card from Charming Disaster.
Oh.
Charming
Yay.
Disaster. And they told me to give their love to my handsome devil. So that's what I came up for.
Mwah.
I
Yeah.
saw recently they're on tour with my friend Mark Hayward.
Oh, awesome.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he's like yo-yo world champion or something, and a super rad human being. And I also was recently with him, and now I can't remember if that was before or after I found out they were on tour together, and totally forgot to be like, hey, you know my other friends.
Oh,
It
yeah.
must have happened after.
Go see them. They're just such a good time.
Charming Disaster. We love them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, people who've been on the show.
Have a great game, everybody. Anything that involves cats doing the flying spinny thing, I'm super into.
That's right. Right. Let's see. Thanks, baby. That one MOFFia cat had a bad interaction with Augustus. Oh, yes. Yes. Oh, yes. Augustus was really bad with that cat interaction. I'm just looking at the looking at the chat here. Let's see. Yes, Charming Disaster is awesome. And they are the sweetest people who always like remember to send me cards and stuff, which makes me feel like a terrible person because I never send cards to anybody. Oh, you Charming Disaster, you're so nice and polite. So, let's see. Little monsters. Yeah, oh, that's true. Razor Sharp Claw, it will kill. Two cats, both alike in dignity. It's true. All right. Yes. So they run back to Ned's. They're like, that's weird. What in the world? Like someone else is involved in putting fish in a fish face and then having them deliver it to Greg's thing and they'll know what to do. This is way too complex. There's so many layers. Someone doesn't want them to know who they are. And they're doing a really good job. So they get back to the potion shop. And they kind of get in there and they're watching some of this happen. They get a little spot up top. And as they're watching, clearly Ned is so in tune with this new potion. He's reading from a long scroll, all of the ingredients are going in, and he's like, oh, it's like, wow. And every time he's like, it's like making a new discovery. Like, wait, they use rosemary in this? I love rosemary. And then like, oh, so each thing, he's got and by the way, it smells like death in there because he's boiled up all of those weird parts and they're simmering in a stew and just that's
you
just
think Ned has a potion that he takes every day that just like negates his olfactory senses so that he can be a better potion maker?
Probably, or he's used to it sort of in a weird way. And you see, actually, Bootsy watches as Mookie actually helps this whole process because Ned seems so involved in what he's doing that he kind of forgets certain things, or he'll like put something on an edge of a table and right before it falls off, Mookie like whips it with his tail so it stays on and, just going around. Yeah, he's actually the real potion maker here. So, and there's a moment and you see it's like this keeps happening, and especially because Ned is so involved in this new process that he's just not paying attention to what he's doing. I mean, he's paying attention, but he's not paying attention. And there's a moment when Mookie is trying to save something from falling into the cauldron at the wrong time, and his hands are full, and he's like, he's got one thing over here, he's got one thing over here, he grabs something else with his tail. He's like, ooh, the question is, Bootsy, have you made friends well enough with Mookie that you will jump in and save this potion, even if it? Well, when I originally wrote this cat was not enjoying water. Not to say this is water, because this is a magic potion. But they would have normally had some sort of fear about maybe falling into that thing. Totally. But you had a moment to save all of the things, or perhaps just let it happen. What are you going to do? Are you going to
poll?
Well, I know what I'm voting for. Tommy says save it to steal it, or save it to befriend the potion maker and learn what you can from him and share information with him.
Mm-hmm. Let it fall. He dies. He dies. There's Mookie like on the edge. It's like that moment, and like it could go either way.
And
Maybe
then
Ned will turn around in time. Maybe he won't. Who knows what's gonna happen? Oh, so far, save the potion. I'll have a drink of my own potion. Mm-hmm. Kitty, are you drinking anything tonight?
just water.
Just water? I've got lemonade.
And
rum. All right. Well, there it is. 100%. Let it save the potion and the Mookie. All right. Are you going to use magic, dex, or Tabby's brute strength? Which, by the way, are you... Well, and you have now +2 on strength. So,
I think, Mookie hasn't used any magic yet, and of all places, it's probably okay to reveal that Mookie is a magic user. This is probably the place.
Yeah, I'm gonna say yeah. Tell you what, we're just gonna go with that because I like it. It's probably true. Kid Chaos.
I will roll for Mookie's magic.
Yeah. Mookie has a +4 on magic, so
Good, because I've been rolling like crap.
yes,
I
you
don't know. I
have.
did that 117 on stealth. 13.
13.
+4. That's 17 again.
Oh, lovely. That's good because I rolled a 15. So,
Yes.
So Bootsy's like, well, wait a minute. A little mage hand action and a little, of course, mage hand is actually like a ball of cat fur that just kind of like.
I was going to say, are you sure it's not mage paw? But that makes sense too.
Yes, mage paw. As Mookie is about to go over holding several different pieces of ingredients, he steadied. He gets back on the table. The last little bottle almost falls in. Mage hand catches it, puts it on the side. Just then, Ned turns around. That's where I left it. Perfect. Puts it in the potion. There's a cloud of pink dust. Goes off. The potion is saved. And Mookie's like, pointing over to Bootsy, and like Ned finally acknowledges that maybe Bootsy had something to do with that, as the cat fur is everywhere. The potion is saved, and now Ned owes Bootsy maybe a little favor, and might actually be a little nicer to the MOFFia, but a little better gain on that. So yes, the potion goes off. It's condensed down. It ends up being like, you just literally take like one scoop of this whole cauldron as you boil it all the way down into this one little vial. The next day, they were told that someone's going to come and pick up the potion, and flapping down out of the sky is an Uberhawk. For those of you who don't know what an Uberhawk is a company that does special deliveries. They basically, it's like a person on a gigantic hawk, and they mostly do. It's like it's the FedEx of this world. You can sometimes get a ride if you want, but normally you have to sit in the cargo space, which is really bad. So Uberhawks, it's a thing. So he gets off of the giant hawk. And the rider gets off and opens up his pack. And inside is a note and a small box. Just a little cardboard box. And he reads the note and he goes, okay, so you have a potion for me. And Ned hands him the potion. He reads the letter. So clearly he's reading some sort of set of instructions. Opens the box. Inside the box is a dead bird. The writer is just as surprised as everyone else. But he continues reading, takes the potion, opens the vial, pours 1 drop onto the bird. The bird shakes, comes back to life, and flies away. The writer looks at the instructions again and goes, okay. He hands the potion back to Ned, goes to the bigger saddles, opens them, and pulls out 2 coffers. One very heavy. He puts it down. And then he has a letter to go along with that. And he reads this thing and it says, if the Uberhogs follow the instructions, you have successfully made a new style of Revivify potion. Much cheaper and easier to make than ever before. You truly are the most capable potion maker in the realm. I offer you this potion. Points to potion. He's reading it off the thing. Point to potion. And I offer you this potion and the knowledge of how to make it. Plus this coffer of gold. If you will now make for me this next potion. This is truly why I have sought your skills. The other potions were a test to ensure that I had the right person for the job. I have attempted to make this potion many times before, but it has always failed. The other coffer holds the ingredients and the instructions on how to make this potion. I believe in your skills. If you take this job, sign the contract that the Uberhawk driver has. Oh, hang on. And he goes and gets a contract. And then return this to me. Here you go. Ned's like, sure. Looks at the contract, reads it over. Doesn't just sign it out of the blue. Reads it over and goes, yep. Signs it. The Uberhawk guy takes it. Have a great time. Uberhawk guy jumps on the bird and flies away. Starts working on the potion immediately.
What is Ned's alignment?
Ned's neutral. Probably chaotic neutral, probably.
That makes sense. Yeah. That's what you want in your potion maker.
That's what you want.
In your commercial, potion maker, in your... Because, nothing seems shady about this. But also, he has no idea the nature of the actual potion. The 2 test potions, sure, it's great. But,
in the words of every dungeon master everywhere, what could possibly go wrong? All right. Well, Ned begins to work on this potion. Now he's got a revivify potion. He can bring someone back to life. That's amazing. Ned is fascinated by the prospect of knowing how to do it and making more. Although it is still expensive, but it's not quite as the 10,000 gold pieces that it used to take to make this potion. So the ingredients are hard to find, but now he knows how. Bootsy, in exchange, will try to help Ned find out who this anonymous person is. Maybe get a little bit more information on him. So yeah. And my friends, that's where we're going to end our story, with Ned making a new mystery potion for a mysterious anonymous person, and now Bootsy is going to try to Bootsy's working behind the scenes to try to figure out who this person is. So who knows what's going to happen, and that really sets us up for that adventure, which I will be giving all the details after the adventure's over. Golly. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this. And now we have an awesome Bootsy, which sadly had some ups and downs. had some ups and downs there. Had but a great character to make and get the potion. And and I had one last thing to show everyone because I was like, oh my gosh. So I've been spending. Okay, you guys, this is the best thing ever. So I have. Where are you? All right. So I got these cool set pieces that are going for the. So we're going to go to the Whitby Abbey in England, and it's the ruins of the Whitby Abbey. And if you're familiar with Dracula, Bram Stoker's Dracula, he wrote that story there when he was in Whitby. And so we're going to go to see it for real. And then, of course, there's going to be a fight. So I was like, ooh, I need to order these cool, like Abbey ruin kind of things, right? Like, ooh, right? Now, here's the cool thing. These actually, so like it's like a ruin kind of top piece, but they come off, right? So you just have the walls. And then I added magnets. No one knows how they work. Boom.
Yeah.
No one knows how they work. But I also was kind of like, hey, I want to be able to maybe have a whole floor and not just a ruin, but boom. So, bam, magnets again with the magnets. So you can put in whatever floor you want. It's so awesome. Yeah, magnets. I don't know.
I can tell you how magnets work later if you need.
No one knows how they work.
But okay.
No one.
No one.
It's magic. Magnets. I don't know. They were so cool. And then you can stack them up. Oh my gosh. The final battle is going to be so boss. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. While we're showing stuff off, can I show off?
Absolutely. This is the part of the show where we just show stuff off.
Yeah. So, a friend of ours, I don't know, he had to paint a set or something for something he was doing. And then he ended up with all of this glorious UV paint.
What?
That he's like, I don't need this. Do you guys want it? Like, there's a little bit gone from each of them, but I've got a buttload of UV paint now, and I've also just been kind of obsessed with UV things. I peeled them all off, but I have like UV fingernail stickers and UV yarn and UV puff paint, and I have a whole bunch of little like UV lights that I brought so that I can just have them on me. So like when I go places, I bought some uranium glass at the thrift store yesterday. First day that I go to the thrift store with my little pocket UV light and I run into uranium glass, it was meant to be. So I had to get them. It was 2 candlestick holder uranium glass. Anyway, so yeah, I've been like.
Did they know what they had?
What?
Did they know they had uranium glass?
I don't know. They weren't very expensive.
Wow. Just remember, kids, that you too can can have uranium glass in your average Goodwill, just giving off radiation.
You can't, they don't even register on a Geiger counter, and these were not super bright, so they were probably not even that uranium-y.
Okay.
I know lots of people with uranium glass collections. It's fine.
And they still have 10 fingers and stuff? No, I don't know.
What do you know about uranium glass?
Nothing. Then it glows. That's all I know.
Yeah, it's such a small amount of uranium that it's not like having a uranium collection is safe.
My mom told me not to fight dragons. Also, not to collect uranium. That's all I know.
No, she said don't eat lead paint. Did you eat the lead paint anyway?
She didn't say anything about the lead paint.
Mm-hmm. And don't eat green paint chips if you're in a old building because it's arsenic.
That's also lead. The
Lead
old
and
paint.
arsenic.
Yeah, like that's all the reason why those that like city streets use the cities use that green paint for like lights and stuff like that. It's got a large quantity of lead in it because it's strong.
And that's why we are all the way we are today.
Yep. And on that note, I'd like to think that Magecroft literally just like uses extra lead in all their paints.
Yeah, what? If you don't have wards against lead, that's your bad.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, I should have. Sorry, whoopsie. Well, my friends, we've come to another uranium lined game. So
My uranium.
I did find out, what is it recently? No, that's Uranus. That's a different thing. All right.
Your mom's anium.
Uranium, myranium, uranium, their ranium. How do you conjugate it?
I don't know. What were you gonna say?
I don't know. I don't know. I think we should quit while we're ahead. Let's see what else is happening. We've got one more week of Decide Your Personal Endangerment, and then it's going to be like July 4th. So we will be not doing anything on July 4th because also I'll be leaving for England the next day. So,
Thanks, rhubarb.
Yeah, and then yay! Well, thank you. And what else? So we've got all of our usual shows going on here all week long. And let's see, I believe that Prudence will be back on next Monday as well because she was driving last week or yesterday. So, but now she's the land of the dinosaurs. Oh,
Ooh,
next week is.
Let's do one more poll real quick.
Okay.
So Crafting with the Crew as a show that I love. I miss that show a lot. And I got a lot of crafting I want to do. What if we have a second installment of Crafting with the Crew? That's any time that's not ass o'clock in the morning for someone who's on West Coast time.
Yeah, that sounds great. Yeah. Wait, more crafting shows?
More crafting shows, evening edition. Or even if it's not evening, at least not morning.
Yeah, when?
What is a good time? Should it be a weekday? Before one of the other shows or on a night when there isn't a show already?
I mean, it'd be Friday. They wouldn't have a show.
Yeah. Mab, do you want to craft with me too?
I mean, this coming like in July, we could just do it on Tuesday since I'll be gone. So if you want to do crafting,
I'm not available for the next couple of Tuesdays. I think just the next two.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
All right, the poll is up. More crafting shows, evening. Your choices are yes, definitely, yes, sort of, yes, basically, yes, maybe.
Mm-hmm. I'm over here making stuff anyway. I might as well show you while I do it.
Absolutely.
I got all the art supplies. I'm surrounded by them.
Well, let's do it. I'm in.
Yeah. I just can't do it at 9 o'clock in the morning or whatever time that happens.
Well, it's 9 o'clock West Coast time. It's 12:30 East Coast time.
Yeah.
But you're mostly
even if
there.
it was 12:30, it would still feel like 9 o'clock in the morning to me.
That's fair. That's fair. All right. Well, my friends, let's see. We've got I should probably pop those up there just real
Mab
fast.
says I can literally crafting right this moment.
I think it's I am maybe. All right. So
AI. Oh, she says I am. I am. Okay.
All right. Well, my friends, we've got here's our week currently. So we might have some more shows there. Thursday night, we don't have anything. 8 p.m. Monday with Modern Monday with Lady Prudence. Tuesday night, Nat21 Adventures. Wednesday at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Time, Creating with the Crew. 9 p.m. is Gothic Horror. And then Thursday, we've got Sonnets with Shakespeare in the morning. Once again, morning people only. Unless you are the kind of person who stays up all night long, and then it's still that night before. We are sponsored by Ren Adventures, which currently has, boom, the D&D New Orleans experience, December 5th through the 9th. Renadventures.com for more information. We got it's 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th. It's 5 days of adventure. And join us. It's fun. It's great. Renadventures.com for more information. Let me see what else we got. We got all sorts of cool stuff. Check out our next Dungeons and Dragons tour. It's going to happen next year. We don't know exactly all the details, but we're going to do it. Golly, what else? Any last words, Kitty Chaos?
I'm gonna build a trans-dimensional boat. I'm gonna make room for everybody that can join me. If you want off this simulation, we're trying to find the stream that takes us through because this one's dumb. We're over it. So like if you went in on that, let me know. I'll make room for you. I don't know how to do any of this yet, but you know, as long as I start willing it.
It sounds fair.
Yeah. That's
and let's see what else. I'm trying to think. I've got.
We're leaving bodies behind, just bringing consciousness. So yeah,
Right.
don't even worry about bringing stuff.
How about just some nice track shoes? All right. Let's see what else. I've got some basic gigs around Virginia, but no Ren fairs coming up until Oh no, wait. I'm sorry. I'm going to be at the Connecticut Renaissance. I'll be in Connecticut at the Midsummer Fantasy Fair with Daniel Greenwolf and his friends. That is the first weekend of July, and then I zip back down to Richmond to get on a plane. I'm crazy.
I guess I should also mention things in this realm of reality. I am going to be doing 2 weekends at the Sterling Renaissance Festival.
Starting in July?
Yeah, it's July. It's the second 2 weekends of July. I won't be there the first weekend, but I'll be there the second 2 weekends doing the Wench show.
Awesome. Check out KD Chaos as a Washerwell Wench in July up in upstate New York. It's awesome. Good time. And I will be in Connecticut the first weekend of July. So I hope to see you all there, my friends. This has been Nat21 Adventures. When a natural 20 just won't do, you're definitely going to need a Nat21.